finally got to delve a little bit into Cisco's backstory. What can you preview about what we're going to see from him this season?
Viewers can expect Cisco to take on a much more active role in the Team Flash dynamic. But also, there are going to be some interesting repercussions that are raised due to Flashpoint that I think are going to test the friendship dynamics of the main members of the team. So I think fans can expect
So Cisco has been through a lot, and has seen a lot, and just experienced a lot, especially in the last season.
Yeah.
How is that going to have ramifications on him and his psychological, being, and what's he going to have to deal with going forward on that?
Cisco's a boy at heart. You know what I mean? He's very emotional. I think all the dudes on our show are emotional, which I think maybe is what makes our show worth watching. Maybe, I don't know. But I think that sensitivity is what drives him. He learns from those mistakes, but regardless, in spite of all of that emotional backstory, there's definitely a lot more emotional moments to come, especially for him. There's a big event that sort of defines his arc this season, and it's a really emotional event that has some really traumatic implications for him. So viewers can expect Cisco to grapple with it.
I want to get into a little more detail on how the hell can Cisco get even more involved than he already is. Because it seems like there's something there.
You're asking the right question. It's the wrong question because it's the right question, because I can't answer it. Cisco, as everybody knows, has some powers now. So I think viewers can expect some play on those powers. You know what I mean? Powers grow, that's what they do. So I think it's fair to say that with Cisco's personal growth, there might also come some power growth.
But powers can also overpower.
This is true.
Could that be a part of the dynamic of what goes on with Cisco?
Sure. Great. I love it. Just throw possibilities at me, and I'll just chuck them right back.
So I'm going to approach it from a different direction. What can you tell us about Flashpoint,
okay,
but what do you hope will happen in Flashpoint?
In Flashpoint? What do I hope will happen? I hope that Barry can get over himself and not act so impulsively. He has this knack for letting his emotions get the best of him, and that's fine. He's a human being, and that's what defines him as a hero. But it allows him to make these epic mistakes. You know what I mean? These epic fails.
So should he play impulse and not the Flash?
That's very good. That's very good. I see what you did there. That's clever. Everybody around
I want to know about towards season 2 we got to see Harry and Cisco kind of grow into an interesting dynamic. I was wondering, are we going to get to see that going forward in season 3 with you and Tom Cavanaugh?
Here's my take on it. I think that dynamic is too rich to let go of. You know what I mean? And I'd be surprised if the writers just, chose to let that go and let that be a season 2 thing. I think it's just too juicy of a relationship to not, want to keep exploring. That's how I feel.
Are we going to see any romance for Cisco this season?
I think Cisco's romantic adventures are never ending. I think he will always be on the hunt. You know what I mean? Cisco's a bachelor, and he's always trying to get some. So I think, I wouldn't be surprised if there were some more romantic interest in the future. Although I think somewhere deep inside Cisco's psyche, there's always a special place for Golden Glider. That's just undeniable. I think he had a connection with her that is unique.
Well, speaking of other Cisco romances, CR Renee is now not on Legends of Tomorrow anymore. Is there a possibility for Hawkgirl to maybe swing back through Central City? Or would you like to see her back?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I had a blast working with her. I do have a blast working with her. You know, we encounter a lot of the same social circles in New York and whatnot. And she's mega talented. I have never heard anyone sing like Sierra sings, truly. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? You know, anything is possible.
We also have a 4-night event crossover coming up.
Yeah.
How is Cisco going to meet Superman? Like, what would Cisco?
Yeah.
Because there is no Superman in the Flash universe. So how do you think he would handle that, or even a Supergirl?
Well, first of all, I don't think anybody knows anything about the crossover. I don't even think the writers crossover. Yeah, I'm sure that Cisco's storyline in the crossover is going to be filled with humor and strange and unexpected relationships. I think if Cisco met Superman, that's definitely just a playground for references, and yeah, it'd be a nice dynamic to explore, but we'll see.
And I want to follow up with an impulse question real quick, which is, that's kind of ironic because Cisco's done some pretty impulsive things in the last couple of seasons.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, we're all very impulsive dudes. You know what I mean? I think both Barry Allen and Cisco Ramon are very sensitive individuals, and I think that's a powerful and important dynamic to explore in television these days, especially because we come from a patriarchal society where it is difficult for a man to be open with his emotions. You know what I mean? So I think that vulnerability is important to explore in these characters. I think it's a story that needs to be told.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.